Hey, y'all. Welcome to episode 241 of Consignment Chats. Hey, Libby.
Hi, Molly.
So we are missing Samantha today, and it just so happens that we've got a topic that might be talking all about Samantha. Are we talking behind her back?
Maybe a little.
Maybe a little bit. So we're going to talk about, they say two's company, but three? What does three do? Well, we think it's like a total business glow up. Like it totally changed our business, right? So today we're going to pull back the curtain. We're going to talk about why we added Samantha. We're going to relate this to you as a reseller. And if you have contemplated adding somebody, or maybe you have added somebody, the ins and outs, all that good stuff. And we might just be doing a little bit of deep diving on Samantha Pratt.
All right. This is going to be so fun. Sorry, Samantha. Sorry.
Then you might become the topic of conversation.
Maybe Summer Samantha will show up next time.
Maybe Summer Samantha thinks, maybe I shouldn't summer as much. They're now talking about me. I don't know. All right, real quick though, Libby, I want you to tell me about your week. Something specific, something special.
Hey y'all, welcome to Consignment Chats. This is Molly, and I'll be joined by my co-hosts Libby and Samantha.
Oh gosh, my week was so good. I was just thinking last night when we were doing the reset, like how productive my last week was. Like I was so proud of myself. I got so much done. Sales were good. Even in the middle of summer, like we hit our sales goal. It was a great week. Specifically, lost my mind a little bit on Friday night into Saturday and into Sunday, and just got sick of everything. All the furniture I had here, I was like, that's it. It's all going. I am in the middle of a massive clean out using Facebook Marketplace to clearance some stuff, put some stuff out for free on the cart. Like I'm ready for a makeover here. Garage makeover. I am ready to finally do that hard thing and get rid of the furniture. And
Wow.
Yeah. So I kind of lost it a little bit.
And y'all, Libby losing it is shizzle happens when Libby starts losing it. Just hang on to your specialty items tight. Hang on to your children tight. Because if she starts clearing out, ooh, Lord.
I was like tempted to go into my house and start selling the furniture too. I was just like, oh, get it all gone. I'm so sick of everything. Anyway, how was your week?
This is why it's good to be a minimalist, like you are running a reselling business, right? Because then you're never going to cross over. You're going to stop yourself before you fully become a hoarder. On the other hand,
Well, last week, I don't know, maybe this spurred it on too, was last week we did the breakup episode. If you guys haven't watched that, go back and take a listen. I loved it. And about breaking up with old inventory and
there were all kinds of breakups happening in that episode, y'all. It wasn't just about inventory. You got to listen. We broke up with all kinds of things in that episode.
It was a good episode. I was really proud of that one we put together. Yeah.
It was good. So my week was good. I was away for a few days with my cousin Poppy. I got back. I got to listing because I wanted to hit my numbers, which I did. So that was good. My sales were pretty good. It was board game week for us here in Greensboro because the North Carolina location of Conchi Consignment sold all the good big board games. We sold the vintage Which game. We sold the NFL, the race to the pennant game, the NFL strategies game, and all of those were 100 and higher. So that was
that was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good gaming week over here in North Cackalack. I don't know what that was about, but we were like, what's happening?
Isn't that weird?
What's happening? But it was good. All good.
Yeah. All
good. So it was a good week. I did some sourcing. So, did we do an estate sale this weekend? No, I think if you remember, we have an older video of Nick and I going to the Moravian Church rummage sale here in Greensboro. That video is still on this channel, soon to be moved to the Thrift Find Flip channel. If you have not jumped over there and subscribed, please do that. That is our sister channel where we are moving and doing all of our sourcing videos. But you'll remember this, Libby, because it's where I got all of those beautiful vintage children's hand knit sweaters.
Oh, that was good time.
Yeah. And
that was a good time in our store. Yeah.
Every one of them. And yeah, that was a wonderful pickup. So we saw in the thing that they were back. So Nick and I went and we found some goodies. I mean, it's nice to support them. It's for their youth group and they are just so sweet over there and generously thrilled that we're there shopping. And yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, shoes for $1. $1.
Oh, I can't wait to see that video. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's not as packed. There were no vintage children's sweaters. Nick was all excited. I said, honey, that's not happening twice. It's not like a thing. It's a chance. Like it's not a thing, but yeah, so we got some good items. So that too was fun. So those things you will see in the near future popping up in the Consignment Chats and in a video to come. So.
Oh, I forgot. I did try something new this week that I want to report in on. And that is I started using a new feature of Prime Lister, which I didn't use before. So excited about this.
Do tell. I need to know.
So I started, and I don't know if you have this turned on your Prime Lister. So we didn't have this turned on previously because Molly and I shared a Poshmark store and it was hard to bundle. But the automations for bundle creation, like it'll create a bundle for your buyer and also it'll send out the automated offers on the bundles, which we couldn't take advantage. It's always been there, right? But woo, man, I've been selling bundles now. It's just a bundle of fun. And it's
a bundle of fun. Look at you.
Bundle of fun.
So are you setting it up? Does that set up on mine or I need to go set it up?
No, you need to set up your own. Each closet has its separate settings. Right. So yeah. So if you have more than two I mean, that's another benefit of Prime Lister, right? If you have more than you can add in additional Poshmark closets. Yeah. I don't know how many people have more than one Poshmark closet, but
I don't know. I mean, there might be some that do home goods in one and clothing in one. Yeah, I'm sure there are people out there that do it. But yeah, isn't like Prime Lister, I don't know. I love it. I just love it.
I was so excited. I was thrilled with it before. And now I'm just like, all right, like this is, I didn't think it could get better and it did.
Listen, I love it because it's easy to navigate. I love it because when I got it, I set it up and I haven't had to really think about it since. But now I'm going to go back and rethink what you're saying and change it and go back in there and maybe step up some things in there. But it was so nice when I first got it just to set it to where I wanted it, when I wanted to share, how I wanted to share, all that good stuff, what percentage I wanted, and boom. It's done. And I don't know what their magic pill is. I don't know what it is, but they have one because I have said this before. I've used other cross listing, but for some reason, when we jumped to Prime Lister, there was a clear pickup in my Posh sales.
Yeah. And wait until you add the bundle thing. Wait until you add it.
But think about this. When we did it, we had just opened my closet. It's a whole new closet that wasn't even known out there, and the sales went. So yeah,
you had like pretty much immediate sales in that closet, which was crazy.
Yeah. So and just shout out, yes, this episode is also sponsored by Prime Lister. So make sure that you check the show notes if you want to check out Prime Lister. We do have a code down there that gets you a discount. And you want to go check that out. I'm telling you, we are seasoned sellers who have used many a product, and
I'm just so happy I didn't have to break up with Poshmark.
Right? I know.
You don't know what I'm talking about. Listen to last week's episode.
Yes, last week's episode and many episodes in the past where we've talked about Poshmark being Libby's bad boyfriend that she just let go of. Well, Prime Lister changed everything for Libby's relationship with Poshmark.
It was like a couples therapist.
Right? Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Therapist. That is it. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I owe them my relationship with Poshmark.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I got to move on.
All right. We're going it's time to get into this. Let's get into this.
We're going a little deep here. All right. So what we are discussing today is we're going to talk about our life, our business, and adding Samantha. Was it a good choice? Was it not? How did all that go? We're going to talk about that, but we're also going to talk about you and your business And if you're solo or if you have other people working for you, kind of how you manage that. What does that look like? We'd love to know in the comments. Are you by yourself? Do you have other people that work for you? And how do you manage that? Are you lucky to have people that work with you that just get along beautifully? Or, are there issues that you have to work through and figure that out? So we're going to talk about all that. What do you say, Liv?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Samantha's away, so Molly and Libby going to play.
So do you want to get into a little bit about how all this started, how we went from 3 to 2 to 3 again? All right.
So first of all, we all know three women is usually not a good thing. It's usually just not. I mean, statistically, putting 3 women together in anything long-term is not a good thing. The chance of them getting along together, it's I got a whole preschool teaching story I can tell you about my 4-year-olds. And I thought I had a good mix, and because they were those gender neutral names. And when I got into class the first day, it was like 9 boys and 3 girls, and worst teaching year of my life because those 3 girls, holy moly. I thought the boys, having 9 boys was going to be rough. The boys were a cakewalk. It was 3 girls. We needed a 4th or just 2, but you don't put 3, right? So we started Consignment Chats with 3. And in the end, the 3 original just wasn't that good mesh. And sometimes you have to make business decisions for the business and take the personal side out of it. And it is not easy to do because you do, whether you fully run your business well or not. If you're a good, kind-hearted person, which all of us that we have dealt with in this are, it makes these business decisions tough, that much harder, because you do genuinely care for and love the people you work with. But sometimes you have to take that, and we talked about this with breaking up in our last episode. You have to take the personal hat off. Like if you're personally friends with a platform that you use, but that platform is not doing what's best, you have to take the friendship and put it over here and just business make decisions. Because if it's a real friendship, it'll last, right? So we talked about that then. It happens here again. So we made the decision that it was time to go to just the 2 of us. Now, Libby and I, as you know from past episodes, we have been working together in different forms for 13 years now. If we consider PTO, we could go 14, 15 years now, right?
At least.
We have been working together for years. So we know we work well together. Adding a 3rd can be very difficult. And there's a lot of ways that you think about that. And we thought about that, and we thought about it a lot when it came to adding a 3rd back, because it's not just personalities together, but you also have to think about that 3rd person. Libby and I have a very strong friendship, and there's a history there, and that's never going to change. That's always going to be there. So think about these kind of things when you're adding to your business. If there's so many different aspects to take into play. So I try to look at the emotional side of somebody else coming in needs to be very secure in themselves and very strong, and know that we have a very solid history of a friendship, but you can walk in that. And you can enjoy that, and you can easily be that. And so that is in the end.
I mean, I've seen this play out in so many different ways, like, through my career, that, even like 2 people that maybe aren't necessarily friends, but they've worked together for a while, or they have like a really strong working relationship, and you add somebody else in. You're right. They absolutely need to be secure and strong enough with that. And the people that aren't just kind of crumble under that. It just doesn't work.
And it's not that they're a bad person. It's just not the right fit. It's not the right dynamics to make it successful. And none of us want to put a lot of time into a business that's not going to be successful, right? So Libby and I decided just the 2 of us, we're going to leave it like that. Done. If you've been here for the long haul, then you know that a while later, this little person popped herself into our community and started listening to our podcast and interjecting herself into all of our community comments and really getting herself seen and known in the C-Chats community. And that was our Samantha. So we instantly fell in love with her personality, her knowledge, her willingness to put herself out there and ask questions and give answers. And she always did it in a very respectful, educated way. And it just was impressive. So as you know, we ended up pulling her in on a once a month episode. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of it.
Samantha Speaks.
Samantha
Yes, we had a
Speaks,
series called Samantha Speaks,
where we would have her come in as our community reporter and bring questions from the community in and comments, and we would talk about all of that. And
you know what, like let's talk about that for a second. Like some kind of, if you're thinking about adding someone to your business, what, you know, whether it's a third, whether it's, you know, your first person, some kind of trial period is a great idea. Like just you got to test it out, because things are going to come up that you did not anticipate. It just gives you all a chance to check out the fit. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, Molly.
No, but I'm glad you're pointing that out, because that was not even why we did it. Because when we did it, there was no chance we were having a third person. We were just going to do it with us and have guests and people. But then as time went on and Samantha showed up once a month, and for our other special episodes, it just fit. And I just was like, we were like, her strengths are just so good. Should we? Libby, should we? Could we? And we did. We ended up having a discussion and, you know, talked about all the reasons why a third person would be good. So let's talk about some of those. Why a third person anyway? Why not just the two of us? I'm going to start with number one. We're running two businesses. The two of us each have our own separate. Now, granted, I'm under Libby, but I do all my own reselling business, just listing in her eBay store. But we both are running businesses and then running another business that takes a lot of time if we want it to grow and be the community we want it to be for other resellers and consignment businesses. So that in and of itself is a reason to add a third, because that's somebody else to help with the load. It's a big load.
Yeah. And I mean, we were growing, and it was just the workload was becoming more and more. And, you know, kind of our growth had to stagnate a little bit because we were doing everything we could do.
Yeah.
And
it was constant. The work we were putting in was constant. So that's one reason why you want to think about adding another person, is if you are sleeping and breathing and have too much on your plate, might be time to either A, let something go, which neither one of us were willing to let either one go, or B, figure out how to move forward in a better way, right? My other one is making business decisions. When there's two of you, if it comes to a vote.
That's a tough one. Yeah, if you're an equal partnership, that's a tough one, which we are an equal partnership.
Yeah, I mean, if there's two of us and we don't agree with something, how are we going to make that decision? Where's the final decision coming in that? How is that going to happen? The good news with Libby and I is we would figure it out over time, because that's how our relationship is, but that's not how it is for everybody. So think about having that odd number in what you do, because it helps when you go to vote. There's always going to be that deciding factor if you're not all on the same page. And that has happened with us multiple times.
Oh gosh, how many times? I can't even count. Yes.
Right? It works out great. I mean, I'm looking right now even at the logo on the screen, our cartoon logo, which Libby does not like the cartoon characters. I like it. Samantha likes it. Guess what you see on the screen? The cartoon.
Guess who was outvoted? This girl. Yeah.
So, you know, there's all these things, but we always, and this is something I want to tell you, and this is what we look at in bringing in community members and Patreon members too. Find the right fit, however it takes you to find the right fit, because just like with our Patreon group, and we said this, I think 2 weeks ago or a week ago or so in Motivation in Minutes, I think I said it. When we get on somebody about something or disagree on something, it always comes from a place of love and respect. And because of that, nobody gets butthurt, right? You might be disappointed that your idea didn't come to fruition.
You might be disappointed. It's our, cartoon characters up there, but you know what? I respect it.
but you respect it.
Yeah.
You're not, it wasn't personal, right? It's not a personal thing. You don't feel
it is my face. Like,
yeah. Okay.
It is kind of personal. No, I'm just
Are we going to go there? No.
Obviously we have some unresolved issues here. No.
Right. That is so funny. But it's we always come from a place of love, and we all want the same goals and have the same goals in mind for our businesses, whether it's your reselling business, whether for us it's Consignment Chats. And that's another good point. And I think we talk about that back in some of our branding episodes. When you're pulling people in, don't bring anybody in that doesn't understand, know, and believe in your business mission.
Oh gosh, you took the words right out of my mouth, Molly. Right out of my mouth.
All right.
Absolutely.
Go deeper. Go deeper.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. We might need to do a new episode on this because we believe in it so strongly. Your business needs a mission. You need to know where you're going, and anybody that you bring on board needs to buy into that. It will save you so much time and energy and effort, and maybe training the wrong people. If they buy into your mission, you will know right away, like, this is our mission. Do you agree with it? Is this something you can get behind? And if they take ownership in that and responsibility for that mission and connect with it, you pretty much got yourself a winner.
Yeah.
You're all moving in that house, like with negotiating things when there's a disagreement or, a difference of opinions. Yeah. You look at the mission, you say, all right, well, this is where we're headed. We both have the same mission. Mm-hmm. How do you think we can most effectively get there? And it really is great.
It does. It makes such a big difference. And you'll be able to tell when you're sharing your mission with somebody you're looking to bring on or hire, if it's in their heart or not. You can tell by how they react to reading your mission statement, what their comments back to you are. It's either going to be excitement and I can't wait to be a part of this, or it's going to be like, oh, okay, right? Like you feel it, do what's in your gut. But that's the thing we always keep in mind when making decisions for our business and that's why we have an ideal customer too. We'll always refer back to that. Okay, wait a minute. When things are, Libby's always wanting to bring up, wait a minute, what does our ideal customer want? And then I'm like, okay, fine, you're right. Dadgummit.
Gotta know what Debbie wants. We are here to serve you, Debbie. Yes.
You gotta know. So you've got needing more help, needing more hands in the business, right? Mm-hmm. Having them there to help even out the decision making, so it's not a 50-50, right? Mm-hmm. And then the other thing is you want to grow without losing quality. And if it's only two of you and you grow, you're going to lose quality in your growth. And we knew we wanted to grow. And we could tell within 2 months of Samantha in our community and having her around that she is somebody that would absolutely be an active part of that growth and enjoy being an active part of that growth. So, these are things to think about when you're considering adding somebody and what we consider.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Like once what are the strengths, right? We all have complementary strengths, right? We're all not good at the same things. And we kind of fill in.
Samantha's strengths.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about what she adds. All right. Like I want to talk, before I talk about her strengths, I do want to talk about like just her journey for a second and how, a lot of people in the community are able to relate to her quitting her full-time like managerial job and not being 100% prepared to be a full-time reseller, but taking that leap of faith and making it work. Like very inspirational, shows such enthusiasm, such drive, such hustle. Like who doesn't want that as an example of what is possible? I think it's amazing. All right. So I guess that is a strength of hers, right?
100%, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Accountability. She brings a level of accountability to our mastermind, 12-week year, the things we run in our Patreon group. She is known for this. And she's been known for years as like the accountability guru.
Yep.
I mean, people do stuff right before they hop onto the mastermind because they're scared of her. but there's just something about the way she does it and holds people accountable. I mean, nobody can like, we all hold ourselves accountable, right?
Correct.
But like she brings I don't want to say tender because it's not necessarily tender. And this is where the complimentary stuff comes in. Like Samantha is the accountability. Like she can be a little like a taskmaster, right? I am very practical. Like these are the steps. This is what you're going to do by this date. Like this is how you want to set up that goal. And Molly is the one that kind of softens it all and adds the emotional component. Right?
I do. I try to nurture and add the emotional. But,
yeah.
you know, I love to watch Samantha do her accountability because she is very strong in her expectations for you. And she will always put it back in your face when you comment if you haven't done it. And she's like, I didn't set this goal. You set this goal. Like it wasn't me. You did, you know, but she does it in such a strong yet humorous at times. And again, coming from a place of love.
Yeah.
She does it because she wants you to succeed and be proud and the goals you set for yourself and the fact that you make them. Do we always make them? No. And she will ask you if you need another week on it, if you want to change it. But I just think she handles it beautifully. And if you don't meet it, what's great is then you've got Libby and others coming in with ideas of, okay, let's strategize why you didn't make it. Are there other ways that things we can do? And we put ideas out there. And then I'm coming in going, you know, but feel good about yourself. You had a lot come in on you this week and good for you for 80% of that getting done. And look, now that you've got a plan next week, you're going to rock it out. Like,
yeah. So those complementary strengths are very, very, I think very important as long as you're all working toward the same mission. I really love that. So find somebody with that complements what your strengths are before you're, you know, adding somebody. It doesn't have to be somebody that's like, we are all very different people, but we complement each other. And I think that's important. And that kind of goes back to, this is personal, but I think we've all kind of adopted this over the past couple years is we want to surround ourselves with people that are going to lift us up, that are going to celebrate our wins, that want to see us succeed. And I think that goes whether you're adding an employee, you know, contractor, whether you're adding a partner to your business, like you want to make sure that is somebody that does not harbor jealousy or, you know, like a pessimism. Like they want to see you do well as much as you want to see them do well. And they are willing to lift you up as much as you're willing to lift them up. I think that is really just something in my personal life, but something in my business life that has totally changed my life. So don't discount that. It is just, it's everything. All right. And Samantha is one of those people. We love you. All right.
All right. Something else that stood out with me about Samantha out there, something a little more lighthearted, is her humor. Samantha is funny.
Oh God, she's funny.
Samantha is funny AF, and it comes with some AFs.
A lot of AFs.
She is just freaking funny. She has got some great wit that comes off quick.
Oh yeah.
Libby and I are both processors, so that makes it hard. Like I process things before I say them. Libby processes things for vacation lengths of time. I need a little bit of processing time. Libby goes on a vacation and processes, but
it's true.
That quick wit that comes out of her. Like we're on little group texts with other people, and we're on Marco Polo with some of our reseller friends, and they'll put a video out, and her immediate response is so funny. Like there's never a dull moment with Samantha.
Oh gosh, that's so true.
There's never a dull moment. And I just love her for that, for bringing that to the table. Because Libby and I laugh. I mean, we've laughed all our lives and our friendship together, but Samantha brings that laughter to, sometimes it's a full-on ab workout when you're
yes, we did get an ab workout when we were in Utah. Yes, we did, from laughing
the core is building trust when you're hanging out with
laughter.
Samantha
Cannot be, underestimated. It is just, oh gosh, like
ab workout across the board. Something else that I like that Samantha brings to the table is she too is very, she has a very creative side to her and is good with things like Canva. And so she helps me a lot with Canva. And if I'm in the middle of doing something, I can say, hey, you got a minute today? And she'll hop on there and we go through and we, design things and develop things. And we'll both get on the account and work together to come up with the perfect thing. But she's really good with that and really good with social media. But what shocked me, not because I didn't expect it, but just because I didn't know it until we started working together, is her writing skills.
Oh man, can she write?
Yeah.
Quickly. Samantha does everything quickly, actually.
Yeah. We don't mess. Yeah. Samantha's writing skills are like Libby painting furniture. She just slaps the words on there and somehow it turns out beautifully. She is not an overthinker. She will read it back to us. We might tweak a word or two, but she is. And I didn't know, because we weren't doing anything that entailed her writing as we were getting to know her. But then when she jumped in the business and started getting, we were like, oh, well, we need to send an email to this company or to, like, girl, she is really good at writing. So now Libby and I are like, Samantha, can you write that?
I know. I feel bad. We do lean on her to write almost everything.
When we were in the storefront, Libby would always lean on me. Libby would always say, can you please send that email? Can you please do this? You're much better at writing than I am. Now I'm like, poor Samantha. Samantha, write it, please. I need to be writing some because I did do something recently and I realized I'm kind of losing my skill now because we just keep putting it all on Samantha. But she's so good at it. Like, she's just great at it. Yeah. All right. What other strengths does Samantha bring to the table? I think we've hit her big.
I mean, she can take something and run with it. Like, think about, like, she built our Patreon group and she maintains our Patreon group, all of like the weekly schedules, things like that. Like, she does a bang up job at that. And it's, it was important to me because I am not a micromanager. You guys know I don't like details at all. So I'm not one to micromanage or like. So just the fact that she picks up something and knowing that about myself, being able to work with somebody that just picks up something and runs with it and you can totally trust them with it is amazing. And not be like, oh, well, what about this? Oh, what about that? Like that for me was an important compliment to our strengths. Yeah. So love it.
I agree. She's just a good people person. Yeah. So I really, you got to keep in mind things that you need to think about. Trust is huge. Trust is huge.
Trust. I just consider that so basic. I didn't even. Wow.
Trust. Delegation. I mean, you have to be able, like Libby was just saying, like, you have to be able to delegate things to people and people take them. I mean, we do that in our weekly meeting every week when we work as the three of us and we do meetings twice a week and we're each delegating to different things. Like I may have a project like, Samantha, can you do this? Libby, do you mind doing this part of it? And then it'll all, we delegate to each other all the time. And we trust each other in doing that. And we trust that if it's too much, one of us will say, there have been times where one of us has been asked to do something and we've honestly said, that's too much for my plate this week. Is it possible to either A, put it off till next week, or B, can you handle it? You have to have that trust. You have to have the ability to delegate, and you have to have the ability to listen and understand. If we know with the three of us, if one of us says there's too much on our plate, it's because they really have too much on their plate.
Right. Not because they're trying to shirk responsibility or anything.
Correct. Because none of us are wired that way. And we know that about each other, which
I don't know. Maybe some are Samantha.
As she said, I won't be there for Tuesday's meetings. But that's what summertime's about. And y'all, there's another beauty of having somebody else. There are three of us. When Molly's hashtag West Coast Molly and gone for 2 weeks, the girls got it. When Libby's gone, the girls got it. When Samantha's gone, the girls got it.
Yeah, it's so much better.
One of us is doing it. Worst scenario, but that rarely happens, as you know. But if one of us needs to do it, we'll do it. But
yeah, absolutely.
With three, there's typically always minimum two. Now,
so I want to. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say when it's not summertime, as you know, we typically are the three of us for the majority of that. But,
the three of us. Yeah. In
Summer
the
can be
winter,
hit or
we're all
miss.
just here. We're all just here all winter long. So the opposite, like we were talking about, like complementary strengths, right? So
Mhm.
like I knew that we needed somebody that was able to pick up and run with it. Let's say you know about yourself that you are into the details and you do like to micromanage stuff.
Mhm.
And that is your strength, right? Like that's how you feel in control. That's how it works for you. Then you want to find somebody that is okay with, reporting on those details, with being checked on. Like you have to find the complementary. So just because that was our complementary thing doesn't mean that's going to be a good fit for you. So know what what your style is before adding somebody into your business, and make sure they're okay to work with that.
I thought we were talking about Samantha while she's not here, not me.
Why?
I'm feeling very seen at the moment, y'all, because Libby knows. Because I can't stand being micromanaged and being told what to do. So Libby knows how to handle me after all these years. She knows how to handle me. Like she doesn't ever tell me what to do because she knows I immediately go.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about you. I'm so like I don't.
As you're saying that, I'm like, oh, they're telling me what to do. That doesn't work well. I don't like to be micromanaged. I'm not.
I wasn't even thinking. Yeah. All right. So that's another example. Like, because I don't think I ever like micromanaged anything, but I would say what to do. Definitely,
Sure.
definitely not afraid to order people around. But anyway, and it was a different working situation then too. But like if you have somebody like Molly that does, like if we're working together and Molly doesn't, and this was something I had to learn along the way, like I didn't know this, right? So let's say like I would own the store, right? I was in charge of it. And so I wouldn't think twice about saying, oh, can you do this? Or
It's
please
like I am
this.
your boss,
Yeah, like please do this. And yeah, that wasn't the right way to approach it with Molly. It was just, what do you think about? It was a different scenario. And that was something we just kind of like worked through and naturally adapted. Obviously, if you adapt it so well, I just forgot about that I even do that.
Right. For me, it's a wording thing. I'm sure a therapist would have an absolute ball. It stems from childhood. I'm sure my mother, my brother, whatever, that I cannot stand to be told what to do.
Oh, it's always your parents' fault. Don't you know that? Everything is your parents' fault.
You
Yeah.
can ask me all day long to do something for you, and I got your back. Like I will do anything for anybody, almost anything for anybody. I better put a little bit of a hard stop line somewhere. But I love to do for people. I will do almost anything for you. Just ask me. That's it. Just ask me. So Libby will always ask me, do you think you have time for this? Do you think you could do this week, or never do this, do that? Because my heels immediately go, but getting to know each other. And again, it's always been dealt with in a respectful way. And that's the beauty of it. I mean, this kind of a scenario, if it hadn't been dealt with in a respectful way, we wouldn't be where we are today. Libby and I could have butted heads over this particular thing that is a me issue, but instead we talked it out, and Libby realized the better way to get me to be more productive is to ask or send a list. This is a list of stuff we need to get done this week. What do you think you can knock off the list? There's so many ways to present it, but for some reason for me, I cannot stand being told what to do. But I'll do 1,000 things for you.
And we still made it work because I love to tell people what to do.
So you have to be open to learning and listening about others, how they are, because not everybody is like that. And that's the beauty of 3 different people, It's you learn things, you learn about dealing with other personalities, and y'all, the business is better when 3 of you love each other and you're working together.
Yep.
That's all I can say. The business is better.
Yep. Blessed. Absolutely blessed.
Yep. Blessed. Yeah.
So think about all these things, find your blessing. Or maybe you like to work alone and you are your own blessing, and that's totally cool too. But if you are thinking about adding somebody, think about these things and what we talked about today. I think it'll help.
Me too. All right, friends, until next time.
Cheers. Thank you for joining Libby, Molly, and Samantha, the ladies of Consignment Chats, as we grow your reselling business. For all things Consignment Chats, visit us at consignmentchats.com. And join our free private communities on Facebook and or Patreon.